Hey everyone, in this video let's talk about the Millennium Falcon attraction coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So Slash Film recently did an article about how the Walt Disney Imagineers are having some issues with the logistics of having total freedom in controlling your Millennium Falcon. Now for those of you that don't know, basically this attraction is going to be you with like 6 or 7 other people in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, and each person will be tasked with a different job, and you will all work together to fly your ship and do missions. Okay, so you can either fail miserably, you could succeed, and everything you do, all the decisions that you make affect the outcome. Well, it sounds really cool on paper, but logistically, I guess it's been like a nightmare for the Imagineers. So they're having to kind of rework it to see how this could really play out in the real world. Now, I do have to admit one thing. When this attraction was announced, that you were gonna have total freedom and that you would work with your other co-pilots to steer this ship, it kind of, honestly, that was the one aspect of this ride that kind of turned me off. It seems like it would cause a lot of issues. And, like, for example, okay, just an example. What if the pilot is someone's kid, right? Like, so what if someone decides, you know what, little Timmy wants to fly. He's like 7 years old. And, what kind of experience would that be for the rest of the cockpit? This kid, probably doesn't know what he's doing, and you're going to be hitting walls every couple feet. You're going to be nose diving into the ground. It would be a mess, and it would make a really terrible experience for the rest of your cockpit, with your for your co-pilots. So it could cause a lot of issues, and that's what the problem is. Now, I hope this article is true, and I hope they really minimize at least the interactive element to this attraction. I would much rather have Disney have like pre-recorded or canned experiences, like hundreds, even 1,000 of them, I don't care, but a lot of experiences, and have them randomized. Every time you go on it, it's a different experience. And not like Star Tours, because Star Tours only really has a handful. I'm talking about hundreds of planets and missions and all kinds of scenarios. And really, randomize it and make it totally different every time you ride the attraction. I would much rather have that than have guests involved with controlling the ship. It's a recipe for disaster. Have you guys ever been on the canoes at Disneyland? Just trying to get a handful of people to row, like in sync is dang near impossible. And it's so frustrating. Imagine having 7 or 8 people in the cockpit with you trying to maneuver this ship. It would be extremely frustrating, in my opinion. So I really do hope Disney decides to minimize that aspect of it. Maybe there can be interactive elements that doesn't, involve steering the ship or changing the course. That's fine. But in terms of getting in the Falcon and having people actually drive this thing, it's a recipe for disaster. So I'm going to go ahead and link the Slash Film article down below, but I really do want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Do you think that the interactive element of this attraction is problematic? Do you think that the Imagineer should fix it and really work towards having a viable solution? Do you agree with me that it's not worth it? It would be more frustrating than fun. What are your thoughts on this? I would love to hear from you guys. Comment below, like, subscribe. I do content on Disney, Star Wars, all of it, all the time. And if you're on Twitter, please consider following me at OrangeGrow55. And as always, may the Force be with you.